All right, hey everybody, this is your girl, Boss Lady. Yes, my background look different. Yes, everything is so different. I told you guys last night I am in the process of moving, so we are trying to get our studio and all the other good stuff together. But in the meantime, listen, we have an exciting show today. Um, I'm not too much worried about the changes. I'm just really excited to be bringing this group up. Before we get up and start talking about the group that we're about to bring on tonight, you guys do me a favor. Please share this live. Please let your people know that we have an exciting show that's about to occur on tonight. Man, I don't even know where to start. But before we get started, I just wanted to give you guys a couple of announcements. As you guys know, the Exclesia is this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I did release a flyer today to let you guys know that me and DL Marshall will be hosting the live interviews all three of those nights, but most likely it will just be Friday and Saturday. Let me let you know now, I will not be doing interviews during the show, the shows as far as the showcases and the other paid events. The interviews will be happening before, at least an hour, hour and a half. I would say an hour before the show, or the different shows. Okay. Now you can catch me on this page or DL Marshall page or the Ecclesia page. All right. Okay, so we know about that. I'm really, really excited to be doing the interviews. I don't think this is the first time anyone has done interviews for the Ecclesia, but I can say this is the first time that I'm doing it because I don't like to take credit away from anybody. Next, also, as you guys know, the GTA, which is the Golden Triangle Awards, is coming up very, very soon. I will be the GTA main. Red carpet interviewer. So that means I will interview everyone that's in line to come in. And I'm like, oh God, I didn't know all of that was going on. But yeah, I will be the one that will be doing all the interviews for the Golden Triangle Awards. And also, Rena Center have a sponsored spot at the award show where when people win, they will come to where I'm at and I'll be over the big screen giving them, questions and all that stuff, doing an interview, a winner's interview. And that is sponsored by Renaissance, which I am very excited about. So big ups to Mr. Poindexter, my teddy bear. Okay, anyway, we got a lot going on. I'm trying to think of anything else going on this month because, as you guys know, my itinerary is getting a little heavy. And I'm not saying that to be funny, but when you look at your everything going on, you be like, how did I get here? But it's cool. I'm not complaining. I'm really thankful because God has opened doors for me that I would never thought 3 years ago that would be happening. And also this month is my third year anniversary of the Quartet Corner. So I just wanted to throw that in there. But anyway, so here we go. Let's get into this interview, right? So as you guys know, I have a crew, which is my very close inner circle, and we are called the Boss Crew. The Boss Crew had sponsored a competition about a month ago, I would say, that we asked all quartetters to please send in their all their information as far as video content and all that good stuff. And we got quite a few, right? We got quite a few videos, and the winner received at first. The winner received a sponsoring, so we sponsored this group to the winner. We sponsored this group to perform at the showcase this weekend. Also, we will be their media team, which means that we will be handing out cards and all the other good stuff with their information. And then also, we had a one-on-one consultation. Right. So we had a one-on-one consultation yesterday about what you should and what you should not do for the showcase. So we had that whole package and it was free. Only thing we just asked people to do was just to send in their video content and who we felt was a group to best represent, and that was Orie Hudson and Spirit. So um how can I say this? Like, I think I met Ori maybe a year or two ago, and I think I met him at the Golden Triangle Awards. I really do believe so. I think I met him at the Golden Triangle Awards, and I had and still am very impressed with their group. I really love the sound. I love the ministry. Um, and sometimes there's certain groups that leave a lasting impression, and that's why I tell people all the time, like, don't just because you see a crowd or if you only see a couple of people, you don't know who's in that crowd. You don't know who's who. You know what I'm saying? So whenever you hit that stage, you got to leave it on the stage. You got to leave it on the floor. Like, do your best every time you sing. You get what I'm saying? Like, don't just say, well, I'm just going to go out here and just do this and get it done, over with. Like, don't do that. You never know what promoter, radio angel, you don't know who A&R, you have no clue. But but I tell people, if you whatever you do, if you do it unto the Lord, you're gonna always do your best. So saying all of that, I'm tired of talking. Saying all of that, I'm about to bring up this fantastic group and the winner of the Boss Crew competition. And that is, let me bring them up. Let's see, come on. Ori, you ready? Ori, where you go? Jacob. Jacob, where are we at?
Can you hear me?
I can
Yeah.
hear you.
But you can't see me.
I can't see you. Turn your camera on, Ori.
Oh,
Lord have mercy.
Oh wow.
now it's blank.
Now, Ori, now wait a minute. I gave you this long introduction and your camera ain't on, Ori.
Oh, one moment, though.
You talked about
It's
them
okay. It's
androids.
okay. Just when you get it on, you can get it on. Hey Jacob.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm I'm doing fine. I just don't know what's going on tonight. Tonight just been one of those weird nights.
Yeah, it has. It
Now
has.
Kevin gonna say get it right, Deep. Now wait a minute, Kevin.
But he couldn't get his little android right.
Yeah, Kevin. Now, Kevin, I don't know if you was the one with the Android or not, but good
Yeah, that's
Lord,
him.
too funny. That is too funny. Okay, all right, all right. Let's see. Ori,
Can you
there you
see me?
go. Hey, Ori.
Hey, how you doing?
I am doing great. Oh, I promise you, this has been one of them nights, but it's gonna be a great night. I promise you, it's gonna be a great night in Jesus' name. Oh, what's her name? In Jesus' name.
Yeah, yeah.
But anyway, I'm excited to have you guys on the show. I really hate that. I don't know. Hold on now. Wait a minute. We gonna have to deal with Kevin. Kevin said we're keeping him a secret. Kevin, we ain't keeping you no secret. Your phone keeping you a secret.
Android.
Kevin Russell, you ladies and gentlemen, is one of the, I guess he's one of the members of
He's
Yeah,
one of
Orie
we
the.
know
Hudson
them.
and Spirit. He just had some technical difficulties, to be honest. So that's the only reason why he's not on the screen. But
Yeah,
it's okay.
Kevin.
It's all
Kevin,
good.
get in that comment section and sit down.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Cause now I feel like he finna be harassing us because his Android
Uh,
didn't work.
He will.
All right. Okay, now. Okay, Kevin. All right. So let's get this party going. What's going on, guys?
Nothing
nothing much,
much.
nothing
Nothing
much.
much.
Okay.
Trying to
I'm
weather the
excited to have
storm.
you
Weekend.
guys on. Huh?
We're excited for this weekend.
Man, you know what? It's almost like the Ecclesia is almost like a Quartet family reunion. I tell people
It
that all the
is.
time.
It is.
It
It
is.
is. It
You
really
gonna see somebody
is.
you know.
Yeah. It's like you just see people just across the country. Everybody just come and be happy to see one another. Yeah. It's just cool like that. I love it. I love going down to the Ecclesia. I've been going to the Ecclesia for some years now, and it just seems like it's just I don't know. It's almost like a quartet vacation.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Most
But can
definitely.
I say this though? When I leave Saturday, I only want to hear quartet for another week or two.
Ooh. I know
I
how you
want.
feel.
I want to take a break
I
from
know how you feel. I feel like that last year.
I I don't want to hear no more Dr. Jesus. I don't want to
Mm-mm.
know. I don't
No
want to hear
Holy
nothing
Ghost
about him
power,
fixing
no
it.
nothing.
I don't
it.
care at this point. I didn't heard it all weekend. I don't want to know nothing
Mm-hmm.
else. But
That's
yeah,
Got
true.
it's just It's just one of those things. So, okay, let's get into this great interview that's about to happen. So Ori, man, how did you get started? Or yeah, how did you get started with Orie Hudson and Spirit? Did you sing in a group before you started your own? Give us a little background, a little history about yourself.
Well, I've been in quartet about 14 years. I started with a group when I was younger called Reverend Amos and the Joyful Airs.
Okay. Uh-oh, I think he froze.
Uh oh, can you hear me now?
Hey,
Or
Can
you
your
you hear me?
upside
camera upside
down.
down.
Oh
Yeah, we
my!
can hear you, but
I don't know.
Hold on.
Listen, I tell people this
you
all the
can't.
time. I've been doing my show for 3 years, and some things you just can't control.
No, you
So it's
can't.
like, oh well, there you go. Now you up. Hey Val, that's my sister Val. All right.
Hey there.
Okay,
How you doing?
now tell me your history. Your quartet history, that is.
Well, I started when I was, really young. I sung with a quartet group called Reverend Amos and the Joyful Airs, and
Mm-hmm.
went from there. And I kind of stepped back from the mic a little bit, far as quartet wise, and I became a musician more, playing keys for different groups and stuff. I played for one group, Marvin Brown and God Anointed. Then I left there and started singing with a group called Adrian Mitchell and the Kingdom Men. And after, my dad always, encouraged me to start a group, but I
Oh.
didn't want to start a group at the time. But eventually, it just
Lord have mercy.
everything came together. My ankle with a few friends. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, you in the
Yeah,
house now, D?
we can hear
Can
you,
y'all hear me?
Ori. Yeah, we can hear
Yes,
you.
sir.
Oh Lord. You all right,
Oh Lord.
Ori?
Well, we heard you the first time, man. You can.
Well, how about this, Jacob? Tell us a little bit about yourself until Ori get his camera together. Tell us a little bit about yourself as far as your quartet history.
So I've been in quartet about the same amount of time as Ori. We about around the
Okay.
same age. Um, 26. Been doing quartet a long time. I got ties with quite a few quartet groups. One group out of Union called the Dons of Faith. That's my family group, so that's how I got introduced to quartet. I sung with the Junior Angels out of Newton, Mississippi for a
Okay.
while. And I've been playing drums for a couple other groups. Groups like the Junior Angels, the B&H Gospel Singers. I play drums for them now. I've been with them for about 2 years now. That me or you?
I don't
Is,
know what
is it
else
you
going
hear an
on.
echo? Oh wow. Oh, is it still echo? I don't know who it. I don't have no other
Can
devices
y'all
in
hear
the
me?
house.
If someone is standing next to you that's listening to the live, that's probably why it's getting a feedback.
Nobody is standing next to me. Hold on.
Maybe Ori. Let me see.
I just muted the phone.
No, it's not me. It's
There we
gone
go.
now.
Yeah, Ori was logged on two phones. That's why.
Oh, okay.
All right, Ori, come on back, Ori. Can you hear us? There. Okay, we can't hear you, Ori. Come off mute.
Whew. All right.
Thank
It's
God for Jesus.
okay.
Yeah.
Don't feel bad. It's okay. All right. Okay, so so Jacob was telling us a little bit about his quartet history, and then we're gonna
Yeah.
go back to you, Ori.
Okay.
Well, that's about it. Just playing drums for a host of others, and that's all I've been doing. And I got with Ori about what 3 years ago. I was
Yep.
done singing quartet. I was like, I'm tired of it. It's the same everywhere I go. I get treated like I get treated like I'm the young buck of the group, but I don't know nothing. So they just. And I was really just in a dark place with it. And Ori came along and said, "Man, I think we need to try something and try to do our own thing." And I've been with him ever since we started it.
Oh
So
wow, that's cool. That is cool. All right, now Ori, tell us a little bit about your quartet history.
Like I said, I started at an early age, singing with a group called Reverend Names and the Joyful Layers.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then I stopped like singing as much, and I started, being a musician, playing keys. I'm a keyboard player,
Okay.
and I played for a group called Marvin. I played for a lot of groups, but I played for groups called Marvin Brown and the God Anointed. Then I later on started playing for a group called Adrian Mitchell and the Kingdom Men. Then
Mm-hmm.
I came from the keys and started singing background with the Kingdom Men, and and how the group came about. Like I said, my dad always said, "Man, you need to get your own thing." But I kept telling Dad, hey, I just want to play keys. I don't want a group, you know. But then one day my auntie had a benefit program and she asked me to come sing, which I always, go sing in church and everything like that. And I got a camp together, and it went well. And one of my friends asked me to come sing for his pre-anniversary, and so I got the camp together. I called Jacob Campbell, Adrian Mitchell, Paul Lee, who is deceased now, and others, and it just clicked. We didn't have no rehearsal or anything,
Oh
and
wow.
the fact of it is we did original songs that night.
You had original songs already?
That the first
yeah,
day
first night.
we wasn't
Okay.
even a group. I just sent them what
Okay.
I wanted. I sent them voice memos and everything. They listened to it. The musicians learned the music, and it's just like we've been singing forever. Um, then we was like, you know what, this could work, and
Okay.
I said then that I'm gonna need Jacob in this group. You know what I'm saying? Because Jacob has Jake. I don't know if you ever just paid attention, but Jacob has a certain way he sings. His voice is very distinct, and
Okay.
and and he carries himself. He I don't want to boost his head up, but Jacob have a certain swag about himself. You know what I'm saying? So I knew I don't want to boost his head today. Hey, that don't get big headed now, but
Oh my
Appreciate you,
gosh.
D. I appreciate you.
you gotta keep him humble. You know what I'm saying?
Oh gosh.
But I said we needed Jacob, and at the time he was singing with a group at the time. But he later on joined with us, and Xavier Keys came along, Paul Lee, who was deceased, who wrote a few songs for us before he passed.
Okay.
Um, which I can get into that later, in the interview. James Harrison was a part of that group, and you know, Floyd Everett was a part of that group, and then our brother Paul Lee, later he died a few years ago, and then
Okay.
here came Kevin Russell, and he's been rocking with us ever since.
That's great. That's
Yeah.
awesome. And now, how long did you say you guys been singing together? How long has this group been together?
April 28th, I believe, will be 3 years.
Hmm.
Really? 3 years?
3 years.
Like, are you amazed? Because I'm listening to your history, and I think the history is great because a lot of times when people come together as a quartet group, um, a lot of times people can sing individually, but they a lot of times don't have that blend or that chemistry. And we
Yeah,
was talking about chemistry last night, and it sounded like to me, or when I see you guys, it seemed like you guys have great chemistry. Like you kind of feed off of one another.
yeah.
I think that's really great. Hey Tara, hey Tanya. I'm just speaking to everybody, but it seemed like you guys have great chemistry. In saying that, um, like, where did you get the name from? Because, like, of course, Orie Hudson, but where did you get the name from? What made you come up with the name Spirit?
It's a funny story.
Oh God,
Because
is that why Jacob was shaking his head?
so um at first I was just gonna name it Orie Hudson. It was just gonna be Orie Hudson. And I wasn't gonna, I wasn't gonna
Jacob, that
name.
was flesh. That was all flesh.
Flesh, straight
But
flesh.
That was flesh.
you
No
know
group pictures, just him.
Right. We're gonna name this fruit Ori.
hey,
Oh my God.
well, you know how, see, at the time I was the type of person, I didn't really trust a lot of people. I came up in quartet to where, how group members come and go.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to be the thing to where you see group members on one picture, then you see them on another picture. I didn't want that was my mindset at the time. And
Got you.
but I was talking to a few guys like Tony Bush and Ty Williams, and it was like, nah, bro, you need a name because
Thank you, Tony. I
yeah,
appreciate that.
yeah, he was like, yeah, you need a name because if you don't
Yeah.
put a name on it, you're just gonna be another musician out here on the program somewhere.
Oh
That's how
wow.
they gonna treat you.
Yeah.
And so we started naming different names, and we had all kind of different we had all kind of different names, and we was like, no, that name ain't it. And Jacob did not agree. He didn't really like the name Spirit. And I wish I could tell you what he thought about the name Orie Hudson and Spirit, but I guess I'll tell you on another time.
Okay.
It just didn't sound right to
It
me.
just didn't click with you.
It didn't click with me.
But
Yeah,
3 years later is I mean, it's ringing bells.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, so
Yeah.
I
Well,
put my foot in my mouth. I get.
It's okay.
I'm gonna try to tell you what he said. I'm gonna
Uh-oh.
try to
Don't
Jacob
don't
said,
tell him, D.
"Oh,
Don't tell. Don't
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 tell
do
him."
it.
Okay,
Don't do it,
okay.
D.
Oh
Well, we're gonna
wow.
leave it alone then. We're gonna leave that
Well,
alone.
and you
Just
know
leave it
what?
alone.
Like I said, you guys' name is starting to cover a lot of ground. One thing I do pay attention to is like when people post about other groups, and that was one of the reasons why I traveled a lot. Probably the first 2 years of me starting my brand because I knew it was a lot of groups that was unheard of. If you understand what I'm saying, like you know the Roys, you know what I'm saying, the Doc McKenzies and the Cannons, but I knew that there were so many groups that was like I don't like to use the word unsung, but that had not been discovered or possibly people I guess know who they are.
Right.
Um the last week, was it last week? It had to be Sunday or Monday. One of my good friends, Stephen Lewis, he posted
Yes.
about you guys. And then I knew when Steve said something, I knew we made the right decision
Yeah.
because Steve was like, "Yo, this group is good." You know what I'm saying? And you get certain people that do not put their stamp of approval on a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
Yeah.
for him to say that, I was really happy for you guys that he said that. So, in saying all of that, like over the last 3 years, you guys have gained a lot of like notoriety. People are noticing and knowing who you are. Like, how does that make you feel? Like, do you guys just take that in stride, or do it still make you nervous? Like, how do that make you feel that we only been in this thing for 3 years and we doing very well? Because you guys are doing very well. Let me just say that you guys are
Thank
doing
you.
very well.
Thank you. All God gets all the glory.
Every bit
Um.
of it.
Well, we don't take it for granted. Um.
Good.
It is an honor, um and it keeps us humble. Because we know that God will exalt you. You know.
Yeah.
Um. Yeah, it really means a lot when you have um people like that, you know, shouting you out. That I really don't take that lightly. Um,
Yeah.
Matter of fact, that was this past Saturday. That was
Okay.
that he was at the benefit program.
Yeah.
We did a
Uh-huh.
benefit,
Hmm.
and it was really a blessing this past Saturday, just to see
Yeah.
that post. Cause
Yeah, it
sometimes
was
we're our worst critics. You know,
Yeah.
all the time.
oh we critique you should hear us. We critique each other all the time
But
about
that's
stuff.
Right.
good. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's good.
and even with y'all choosing us, we was like, what? Like what the stuff that y'all was complimenting us about, we didn't even
Hmm.
think like, what?
That's
Really?
what we
Y'all
beat
think?
ourselves up on.
Yeah, we beat each other up. I ain't lying.
What? Okay, what was some of the things we complimented? Because man, do y'all know how many shows I done did since then? um.
Y'all said harmony,
Okay.
chemistry,
Yeah.
uh being uniform. Like we're our worst critics.
Yeah. Okay, I
Yeah,
remember those things.
yeah. I
Yeah.
was like, what? Like really? You know, but
Yeah.
you know,
And I tell people all the time, like you like when people are in the audience, like people really do be paying attention to you guys. Like we really do be listening.
yeah.
So we really do be paying attention to when people are on stage. And that's why it's funny because I told some musicians, I said, y'all too loud. Like we can't hear what they saying. Like,
Yeah,
saying they was like, well, why you shouldn't sit in the front? I said, no, the musicians is to compliment the lead singer. We're not here for the musicians. We're here to hear the word of God, to be honest.
that's
And we
true.
had got into a long now, Ori, you know how I am. They be on my
Yeah,
head about a lot of stuff. And
they
I know
do.
why, because I challenged them. I be
Yeah.
like, I don't care, shut up talking to me. You wrong. But anyway. Hey Slim. Slim said, dang, I'm late. Slim, one of the ones I have to be on his head too. Anyway, but yes, the video that you guys sent in for the competition, it was a very, very good video, and it represented you guys very, very well. Hey,
Thank you.
Pastor Wu, it represented you guys very, very well.
Thank
Um,
you.
Now, you guys just came out with a single. Tell us a little bit about you guys' single that you have that just came out, that just dropped, to be honest.
Well, actually, we came out with two singles
Okay.
at the same time. One is "See the King." It was
Okay.
written by yours truly and produced by yours truly, and co-produced by Adrian Mitchell.
Okay.
And yeah, we recorded that at the Down South Showcase. Are you familiar with that?
The
Cedric
down
King.
south.
You know
Oh,
Cedric
Cedric
King?
King. Okay,
Yeah.
now I know Cedric King.
Okay.
Okay.
Cedric King. He had slots for 30-minute live recordings a few
Okay.
years ago, and we recorded. We did a live recording. And, we just released it this past November.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and
Which
it
is a
went
good
well.
single. It's a
Thank
good
you.
song. Yeah.
Thank you.
How is the song doing for you as far as on the media outlets and stuff like that? Is it gaining traction or what's going on with it?
It's doing pretty good. Like I said, you know how you your worst critic, and then
Mm-hmm.
people come to you all the time and say, "Man, I just got done listening to your song," and I be like, "Really?" You know. So people like we get a lot of feedback on the songs,
Yeah.
and also we released "Open Your Heart," which was written by um, the late Paul Lee Jr., um, who was a member of our group,
Okay.
and yeah, he passed a few years ago, and for some reason Paul was just on a songwriting spree. Like he just kept writing songs before he passed.
Okay.
He was like,
Wow.
"Man, I got to write these songs, man." And that's the song "Open Your Heart." I was suggesting that it should be somebody else singing the song, but they was like,
Mhm.
"No, that should be your song," And I was like, "Really?" And so we sung it at that night. I told you we got together that first night, and it came together. And I've been
Wow.
singing it ever since, and it's been touching to a lot of people's lives and hearts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Now, now, Jacob, I have a question. We was talking about chemistry, right?
Yes,
What do
ma'am.
you guys do as far as the background, or even just as a group as a whole? How do you guys keep your chemistry together?
Ooh, how do we keep it together? I,
Yeah, because you know, groups start off running. They start off running, and then after time, you know, differences come about, and you know, people, you
Well,
know, yeah.
hey, we battle a lot of stuff. We
Mhm.
battle a lot of stuff on the back end, but we know that we got a job to do at the end of the day, and so we pull through it, and whatever the differences are, we chew it up and swallow it because we know what we got to put forward.
yep.
That's cool.
That's what we tend to do. Well, we gonna talk about it when we done now.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Sure will.
But yeah,
That's cool.
and they trust me. They trust me as far as getting everything together for the background, and I'm grateful for that trust. So
Hmm.
they
Oh,
pretty
okay.
much trusted me, and we do it. We do it.
Oh,
And
now do you guys hang out a lot outside of the stage?
We hang out. It's not as much as we would like to, but
yeah.
we hang out. We hang out. Yeah, we
Yeah.
do.
Okay.
And
You
I
know, I
would
def
say this.
go
I
ahead.
would say that Jacob plays a part in a lot of stuff in our music too. Like the part of the hey, doom, doom,
Mm-hmm.
all right. That's
Uh-huh.
Jacob. Um,
Oh, that's all Jacob.
that's Jacob right there. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? It be like those little small parts in a song that just give a song its signature. And
Yeah.
that part of the song really gives it its signature. Like, yeah, so yeah, way to go, Jacob.
Hmm.
He,
And see, Jacob would he would just when we would end the song, he would just do it by himself.
Okay.
So I was like, well, let's all do it together.
Hmm.
And so then it became part of the song versus the outro. And we
Okay.
just,
yeah.
and it went from there. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So Ori, question. Of course.
Yes.
So you a minister outside of singing quartet?
Yes.
Okay. How long have you been preaching?
About 4 years.
4 years.
I kind of
Do
hid. I was hiding for a little while, but I can't hide
you mean
anymore.
hiding from the
Yeah.
world or hiding from quartet?
Just like I was kind of hiding, like that I was a minister for a little while.
Why?
I don't know. Just I used to be terrified for one, but
Terrified of Pluto. This
I
is
used
interesting.
I used to be just terrified. Period. Like speaking, like
Okay.
that. That's what I was. But God worked with me, and here I am today.
Now, by you being a minister, have you found it to be conflicting with your scheduling as far as with your group and all the other good stuff? Because the more you guys become popular, the more it's going to cause you to travel a lot. So, has that been an issue thus far, or
Not so far.
okay, okay, yeah, a lot of because I'm just gonna be honest, like a lot of pastors that are lead singers of quartet groups, sometimes
Yeah.
I be wondering how they do it. Like, how do you come from Memphis and then be in Chicago at 6 o'clock in the evening time? Like, I be kind of like,
Ah,
That's
how
a
do
lot.
y'all do that?
they
That's a
do
lot.
it.
They do it. Yeah,
Yeah.
they do it all the time. So I was
I'm,
just
I'm,
wondering.
and I
You say
love
what,
that for
Jacob?
them.
I know, right?
Yeah.
so, so speaking of this weekend, I don't know if you guys know Slim. Slim said, "I'm just gonna." What did he say? I'm just come to let y'all know me and Boss Lady interview going viral. No, I already told Slim he better not come up on that interview and be clowning. I know Slim. Yeah, he bet not. He bet not come up there clowning. But and speaking of the ecclesia, would this year be your God? Would this be you guys' first year performing at the ecclesia?
No, actually,
No,
this will be our third.
This be your third?
Yes.
Have you guys ever placed?
No,
not
no,
yet.
we never placed.
Never placed. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, um, by this being your third year, how can I word this? Are you guys doing anything different that you did this year compared to the previous years? Like, do you feel any different? Do you feel like you matured? Have your music changed? Like, what's the difference between this year and the two previous years?
that's a good question. Well, I'm gonna go tell you the first year I went over my time. Uh, first year I went over my
You
time a
didn't
little
get
bit
happy
too.
up
No
there, did
doubt.
you, Ori?
Yeah, I was singing "See the King," and that was the first song, and it felt pretty good. And I
Okay.
went over my time. You live and you learn, and
Yeah.
matter of fact, that was our first year singing, so
Oh,
we
wow.
took that leap. We didn't really know a lot then, and still learning now. So,
Yeah.
and then the
Okay.
second last year, like it was, truth be told, it was a lot going on in the back end.
Okay.
Um, that I could have done better. And sometimes, and in quartet you can get a little weary, get a little weary a little bit.
Yeah.
And we was like this very last group last year on a
What
Friday
time
night.
was it? Like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning?
It
Ooh,
was.
What? Oh, wow.
man. But it was my fault. I take full responsibility, and I'm the type of leader. If I know I could have did something better,
Mhm.
I'll take full responsibility.
Okay.
And what I did, I signed us up late. So with me signing us up late, that put us at the bottom.
Yeah,
Um,
you did that.
yeah,
Yeah.
they've been on my head about.
Glow, Glow Thompson, which is you guys' manager. Glow,
Yeah,
please don't sign him up late, cause I be getting
yeah.
sleepy at 9. I promise you, I be getting
hmm
weary. My
But
my
yeah,
eyes get weary
but
at
yeah.
9.
Now approaching it now and learning more, you know you you learn, you know better, and you do better. So.
Okay. That's cool. As long as you learn from that. As long as you learn.
hmm
Hey, Quincy. That's my boo. Y'all might not know that, but Quincy, my boo. I love me some Quincy. Hi, Pastor Bass. Quincy said, let me see. Quincy said, I'm calling it right now. They're a place this year. That's awesome.
Oh, appreciate it,
We
Quincy.
appreciate that, Quincy.
Bless you, man.
Yeah, Quincy. I love me some Quincy. So you guys can honestly say the previous 2 years was years of preparation, learning, maturing, and all that good stuff, correct?
Yeah.
So,
That's
a
nice.
part of the contest, we did a one-on-one consultation with one of my close friends that won the Ecclesia. Was it last year or year before last? Sent by
Mm,
God.
last year.
It
Was it
was it
last
was
year?
it was 2 years ago.
2 year
Oh,
before
okay.
last, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Um, so the part of the deal of the winning package was we wanted to do a one-on-one consultation. And last night you and Dwayne had a sit-down conversation
Yeah.
concerning the showcase, the do's and don'ts, and how you should maneuver and stuff like that. Can you give us a sneak peek of the conversation that you and Dwayne? Now, if y'all know what I'm talking about, Dwayne Hamill of Sent by God. So, can you give us a little sneak peek of the conversation and some pointers that he gave you on last night?
Well, he you know how Dwayne talk. Well,
Very, yeah.
you
Let me. That's my boy, though.
yeah, he was like,
Okay,
well, the Ecclesia stage is kind of it's tough.
it's
You know,
tough.
he said, you got to come out swinging. That's what he said. And
Yeah,
he said, do your best songs, and you don't have to do all your 10 minutes.
that's true.
Give some minutes back. He said, even the band need to be uniform because the judges look at that too.
Yes, that's see.
He said
That's
it.
good.
He said that a lot of people don't realize that, and he said a lot of groups try to do all their time and they end up hurting themselves in the long run. Yeah,
Mm. So it sounds like he gave you some good nuggets.
he did.
Okay. As long as you gain from it, I'm
Yeah,
happy. Yeah, I'm happy as long as you gain from it. Cause like even the background, like you were saying, the musicians should be dressed alike. I never paid, I never thought about that. Cause I
Yeah,
always just see the people that's out front. But yeah, that do make sense. That does.
yeah.
So this year, like I said, you guys, it was a learning experience. Are you guys going to do anything different this year, um, compared to the last 2 years?
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely, Jacob.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it was a learning experience, I tell you that. Um
Jacob, what tell me some things that you think that you guys gonna do a little different that you previously done.
Well, like Ori said, the previous year we was the first year we was young in the game. He went over his time. He sure did. So we gonna pay attention to that clock. The
Okay.
things that I've been working on is our unit because I try to keep the wardrobe to where it needs to be. So we're gonna work on our uniformity, if that's a word. Then we gonna oh, then we're gonna come. We're gonna work on our attitudes too, because those late hours the last time, the attitudes got the best of us, and we didn't have the clearest head
Mm.
coming on the stage to
Oh
give to the
wow.
people. So you know, we didn't show it to them, but to
Yeah,
us,
it
it was
probably showed
scripture.
up in your performance though.
Right, right. So
Yeah,
this year that's what some of the things we're gonna work on going forward.
that's good. And you know what? I'm glad you said that because I tell any group that's going to the ecclesia, you must take you a suitcase of patience. Because you
Yeah.
always hear the same thing every year. Like, oh, they told us we was going to sing at 2 and it's 8 o'clock. Okay. Like, just calm down. You gonna sing, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Like, just calm down. And people be so frustrated. I one thing I don't like is when groups they lie to get up to the stage. Well, we gotta go. We gotta hit the road. Okay, everybody gotta
Mm.
hit the road. There's 60 groups here.
I
Like,
seen
calm
I've
down.
seen that.
I've seen
And I just don't believe God is pleased in that. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't let your anxiety or your impatientness cause you to say or do something that you're going to regret later.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think a lot of groups they're not patient when they're dealing with the ecclesia and dealing with as far as time slots. And I understand on the back end that that's hard when you're trying
Yeah.
to maneuver all those groups. So yeah, and like you said, Jacob, that do it kind of spill over into your performance.
it. Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Come
it
on.
spill over.
Yes,
It
Yeah.
really
sir.
do. Oh wow. So hold on, let me see. Who was that talking? Oh, Kevin. He said my oh Lord, I can't see it. He said my attitude would definitely be better.
He was the ringleader.
Yeah, he was the ringleader.
Kevin, I don't need you to fast.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Kevin needs to fast before he go on that stage. Ain't
Pastor Kev
nothing.
was
He don't eat till he
he
finished.
wasn't right.
Really? Kevin needs to fast. He's talking about good Lord, his attitude definitely gonna be better. I hope so. Um so you guys are singing Friday night.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Okay. I don't know why everybody choose Friday night, but I guess Friday night be a popping night.
It
Everybody
be
want Friday
lit.
night. It
He
be
be
lit on
lit in
It
there.
Friday.
be lit. Yeah.
Oh, okay. You know what? I'll be honest. I don't be caring. I just be sitting there like I don't care. But yeah.
Yeah.
Who was that? He said Pastor was rough.
Woo.
Yeah, he tend to get that way sometimes.
Yeah, it's okay. I wish Kevin could have came out here. I really do.
Yeah, it would have been
Um,
funny.
but it's okay. It's all good. He in the comments. He giving us the business in the comments. So we done talked about your past. We talked about your present because you guys are doing such an awesome job. Let's talk about your future. What are your future endeavors, or what is your future plans for you guys group?
Well, one thing after we leave the showcase, we will be doing the Tyrone Porter
Great.
banquet, legacy
Okay.
banquet. this year, and that'll be our first time in North Carolina. Um,
Okay. And you're gonna
and
love it.
yeah,
I love North Carolina.
yeah, and also we're trying to work on finishing our full project this year too.
Okay.
And
Oh, so you're gonna do an entire album this year.
yes,
Now, question: who does all the writing for you guys' music?
uh, Jacob has a nice song. He wrote his song. Um, and I write majority of mine. Besides two of them, like I said, Paul Lee Jr. wrote two songs for me in the group, and Kevin has a song that we rearranged. Walking in the light,
Mm-hmm.
walking in the light. We rearranged that. So majority of the time, we write our own stuff. Like if Jacob has a song, he writes it. Oh, boss lady, y'all.
She done went somewhere, dude.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
boss lady. You
No, we
sound
can't hear you.
distant. Sound like you're underwater. Oh,
Mm.
good God of mine.
Just take up an offering time.
Well, while we waiting on Boss Lady to get back on, y'all on all digital outlets go get our music. Orie Hudson Jr. and Spirit, See the King, and also Open Your Heart. They're on all digital outlets. Go check that out. Follow us on Facebook as well. We would love to. Jacob, you crazy. We would love for you to follow us. All right. You sound like you're still underwater.
Mm.
Still sound underwater. Also, uh, also while we yeah, it sound like you underwater, boss lady. You'll need to unlock your iPhone first.
Oh Lord,
Oh,
Lord have mercy. Yeah, D, you skipped all over. You were
yeah.
talking
I was
about Tyrone Porter. You ain't talking about the GTAs. We gotta go there.
yeah. We're performing on the pre-show this year, and also the actual show this year. At the GTA Awards. Also,
Yeah.
we're nominated. Uh, Go to GTAawards.com and vote traditional artist of the year and also male quartet of the year. The voting is unlimited, so you can vote as many times as you want to. Yep. And also our anniversary coming up. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
our third anniversary. Listen, Spirit Fall Fest. Get your tickets now. Tickets are 10 in advance and 15 at the door. Special guests will be Bree Holly and Faithful. Also, Cedar Righteous will be there. Marvin Brown and Got Anointed, the BNH Gospel Singers. Dexter Williams and the Disciples. Am I missing anybody, bro?
Um, the Appointed Angels.
The Appointed Angels. Get your tickets now. It will be at St. John Missionary Baptist Church in Laurel, Mississippi, where the pastor is Pastor Kevin Russell. If you want an advance ticket, reach out to me, either messenger or by phone. My phone number is 769-251-8326. Yeah. You
Oh,
you sound
we
you
still can't
sound
hear
like
you, boss
we can
lady.
hear you, but you sound like you far away.
just gonna have to just do it. So I think we didn't cover a lot. And Quincy, you hush. Quincy, talking about how you gonna tell somebody? Clearly, it went good. But I think this weekend is gonna be awesome. I really believe that you guys gonna do very well, and I'm sorry, you guys. I believe you guys gonna do well. Also, the GTA, like you said, you guys need to go on GTAAwards.com and go vote. I think the last day to vote is when.
I know it's some. I know it's in March. I know it's like probably the week before,
I
a
want to.
couple days before the show.
I really want to say March 9th is the last day. I think it's the 9th.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So you guys make sure you go and vote for Ori and Spirit. And man, I don't know. I don't know what else. I think we just covered a lot. Jacob, you got something to say?
Say it again, boss lady.
Do you have anything to add before we close out? Since my mic is horrible.
Oh yeah, just keep up with us. Follow us on Facebook for any more information or any more big moves that we're about to make. We would love your support and and the people that are following us and loving us now. We appreciate y'all. We appreciate the support. We appreciate the love or any kind that you have showed to Orie Hudson and Spirit. We do not take it lightly. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you guys. Yeah, thank you guys. I can't wait to see you guys this weekend, to be honest. I
Yes,
cannot
man. We can't wait to see y'all.
pictures. Me and the whole crew. Oh Lord, y'all really can't hear me, can y'all? Oh my God. I can tell y'all can't hear me because Ori came all the way up to the camera.
I'm, I'm trying to follow you now. I'm trying to follow you.
So Ori, I'm gonna let you let us
Okay,
out.
yeah. Now, when you talking loud, I can hear you.
Oh, you can hear me?
When I'm saying if you talk a little loud, I can hear you a little bit.
Oh Lord.
You
Well,
lying? You can't hear?
y'all that all of us get a picture this weekend at the
Okay.
Okay.
all right? Okay. I'm tired of hollering because I've been at work all day. So I'm gonna let Ori dismiss us out of this live. But man, congratulations in advance. All right.
Thank you.
But or you can let us out with the last words, and you'll be the first person I ever let dismiss us off my podcast. So go ahead.
Okay. Listen, thank y'all for tuning in tonight on Boss Ladies Quartet Corner. We're looking forward to seeing all of you at the Cliche Showcase. And if you see us, come speak to us. We don't bite. Speak to us. We would love to meet you. Um, Boss Lady's doing the interviews. Go get your interview. Don't be scared of her. She's friendly. She's a nice lady. Um, and she's very professional. So y'all do that. Love y'all. Good night. Y'all have a blessed night.